This is Luke Paulson, the Catholic Conservative, and welcome to the News of the Week for December 11th, 2021. And if you enjoy these videos, do not forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more. The trial of child groomer and Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell is still underway. While most people are distracted by the new variant of the China virus or a local school shooting, this is the most important trial of the decade. Now, if you do not think that this trial is important, consider what our own CIA has been up to. They have been covering up their own agents' pedophilia, and we cannot do anything about it because they are the CIA. Also, I may be shooting myself in the foot with this next one, but I value truth above anything else. A photo of Epstein alongside Pope John Paul II has reportedly been submitted into evidence. Epstein's influence ran deep in Washington, Hollywood, and most centers of power. This is not just about one man. This is about an international criminal syndicate. Many people are questioning the efficacy of the China virus vaccine, causing some to turn to Ivermectin. A 71-year-old Illinois man who was using a ventilator for the longest time was left for dead after he was nearly killed by the China virus. He was released as healthy after a court ordered him to be allowed the use of Ivermectin. Immediate signs of recovery after taking this medication? Is it even remotely possible that we are blowing this virus completely out of proportion and that the medical establishment is in on it? It is nice to see a court not rule that a person deserves no treatment at all for once. One of the many things we had waiting for us in Obamacare. From the very start of the Plandemic, all of our knowledge came from the CCP, which is less than credible, and the World Health Organization, who just repeated what the former was saying. It makes me question why we were funding them in the first place, but I digress. According to WHO, there is no evidence to suggest that the booster doses would offer greater protection in healthy people. This is big. If you are masked and vaccinated, I am no threat to you. If the boosters do not prevent any additional symptoms from popping up, we have no need for them. Granted, the deep state does not like the idea that their manufactured crisis could be over, and I doubt that the mainstream news will cover this, but hope that it is buried. As black crimes matter, and other like-minded terrorist groups burn down cities for questionable reasons, it has always been the neighborhoods of us peasants that are burned to the ground. Now they have moved on to Beverly Hills. If the elites in Hollywood and Washington had condemned these people from the start, this would not be happening. A good Christian does not delight in the pain of his enemies, but there is no specific restriction on having a chuckle at their expense. These people are anarchists that have ironically found an alliance with socialists. The elites have made their beds, and now they must sleep in them. While Alec Baldwin will likely get away with shooting a coworker with a slap on the wrist, things are very different for us peasants. There was a school shooting with a pistol, but the perpetrator got off without a problem because of his black privilege. Then a massacre with an SUV, but the perpetrator got leniency in the media because of his black privilege. Now a white kid brought an automatic rifle to a school and killed his classmates in what was likely a gun-free zone. Personally, I condemn him in the strongest terms and have no sympathy or empathy for a murderer. However, I still have some faith in the justice system, and we need to let the system operate without trying the kid on social media. I would like to point out that the only reason that there is both national attention and outrage is based entirely on skin tone. Gun control activists are not interested in guns. They are interested in control. The Brandon administration is taking the side of the deep state to the shock of no one. He is trying to force religious schools to mandate the vaccine. If he succeeds, it will set a legal precedent for years to come. This administration has to do this because they failed in other sectors. 3 of the vaccine mandates have been blocked nationwide. This time, federal contractors and subcontractors will not be forced to take the shot. What is it with Democrats and wanting to control the medical decisions of other people that do not affect anyone other than the person for whom it is mandated? While we must celebrate these victories, those that started the Plandemic will not be stopped easily. The Beijing Olympics are being boycotted by several countries. Once a symbol of unity, it is now politics. A symbolic response to their human rights violations. Either way, I do not care about the Olympics because they do not matter in the least. Imagine for a moment that you live in a world where everyone's vote is equal, where decisions are made by the people and for the people. This world is not Ontario, Canada. A school board there has decided that non-white votes count more than regular votes in the event of a tie. When someone tries to call out reverse racism, they cannot, because that term has been banned as racist. We went from wanting to judge people by the content of their character, and in half a century have segregated schools and votes weighed by ethnicity. I can only imagine what the leaders of the civil rights movement would have to say about all of this. According to a Pew Research poll, most adults just believe that bad things happen and that people are often the cause of it. They are not blaming God for all of the terrible things that are happening. The reason that we are dealing with this virus is that our government funded gain-of-function research and the virus was leaked out. The reason that there are supply chain problems is that our government decided to control every aspect of the economy. These and many more problems are caused by man. We need to surrender to God's authority and not the will of the state. I would like to end on something comical. Kamala Harris spent hundreds of dollars on cookware while in France. If it is her money and she is on her own time, she can do whatever she wants. However, my problem is the hypocrisy of this. She has spent her career attacking capitalism and embracing socialism at every turn. She attacks capitalism only to reap all of its benefits. Maybe I'm just blowing smoke. Maybe I'm completely off my rocker, but that is just my opinion. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also please consider following me on social media.